In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to get clone Bitbucket. By the end, you'll have a local copy of your Bitbucket repository using the method that suits you best, whether that's the command line, source tree, or Visual Studio Code. Before we start, make sure you have access to the repository and that Git is installed on your computer. If you plan to use source tree or VS Code, have those installed too. First, open your browser and go to bitbucket.org, then sign in. From your workspace, open the repository you want to clone. On the repository page, look to the top right and click the clone button. This opens a small panel that shows your clone options and the URL you'll use. Here, you can choose between HTTPS and SSH. HTTPS is the simplest choice on most machines and works well if you don't want to manage SSH keys. You may be prompted to authenticate the first time you interact with the remote. SSH is great if you already use keys and prefer a seamless push and pull experience without repeated prompts. If you pick SSH, make sure your public key is added to your Bitbucket account and that an SSH agent is running locally. Once you've selected HTTPS or SSH, click the copy icon to copy the clone URL to your clipboard. If you're using the command line, open your terminal and navigate to the folder where you want the project to live. Then run git clone followed by a space and paste the URL you just copied. Press enter and Git will download the repository and set up the remote so you can pull, push, and create branches. When it finishes, change into the new project directory and you're ready to work. If you prefer a graphical tool, you can also clone in source tree. Click the clone in source tree option in the Bitbucket panel and source tree will open with the URL pre-filled. Confirm the destination path on your machine, choose where you want the project folder created, and start the clone. Source tree will show progress and then list your branches, commits, and remotes. You can also clone in VS Code. Choose the clone in VS Code option, and Visual Studio Code will launch and prompt you to select a local folder. VS Code will perform the clone and then offer to open the repository so you can start editing right away, with built-in source control features ready to go. If you run into permission errors, double check that your account has access to the repository and that your chosen authentication method is set up correctly. That's it. You've cloned a Bitbucket repo and you're ready